What's up, everybody? News out there that a player on the Dallas Cowboys, uh, tested positive for the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Now, my thing is, it's always a storyline with our team. It's like they don't want to come out with the name. It's like they want to hold everybody feet to the fire with this. It's kind of odd to me that a player, and I don't know whether or not this team is there a certain player of statue, or if it's the person that's on the practice squad. They did everything that they can to hide this information, and they said they're going to have a virtual meeting opposed to physical meetings and things like that as far as practice and beyond. It's weird. I want people to know and to understand that we want what's best for this team, right? Not saying that the Joneses, nor the NFL, nor the head coaches, or anybody don't want what's best for this team. Nevertheless, when we look at everything, we have to say to ourselves, come on, just come out with the name so we can better prepare ourselves and stop holding our feet to the fire. Now, I do want this to go through as it relates to health wise. I want everybody to be safe and still practice their social distance and things like that. Nevertheless, let's not make this a big story though. It's been a whole season. It's down to the last game. Now, a player, right? A player. Now, you guys can put down in the comment box, because I know I'm a little late to this information here. Shout out to Michael Gelkin on my Twitter. I got the notification here, and I was live streaming a gameplay while this was going on. And I like to measure twice, cut once, right? Remember, I never want to be breaking news guy. I never want to be that guy to say, hey, look, I told you so. I never want to be that particular person. But sometimes it is necessary to sit back and look back and wait for all of the information to hit the fan. And then you can give your, opinion, your thoughts on things, especially if you're not there in the confines of the facility. So Michael Gelkin, he says a player on the Cowboys 53-man roster has the COVID-19. Just a second. Regular season, this is the second time that this happened. Now, they altered their schedules and things like that for, I guess, Friday to alter their schedule. So I guess they're going to put whoever, I guess, got it, what have you, on that list. But why would they come out with it like this? That's all I'm saying. Like, let's be real with it. Let's go out here and put a name to it so we can know it. Now, I guess from the outside looking in, or from a competitive situation and scenario, maybe you don't want the name out there for the opposing team, so that they can say, well, we don't have to practice against this person now. We don't have to game plan against that person. Maybe that's the move. Maybe that's the angle. Maybe that is what the Cowboys are doing. Some Jedi mind stuff, right? We still want what's best for this team. Maybe that is what they're doing. Now, let's break down this Dallas Cowboys versus the Giants game. Like I said on my live feed, this is a game that we can't just look at and say, okay, it's a W, it's a win, it's a victory. Now we can speak positive things of it and say, yeah, we can come out with the W. We can come away with the victory. We can come away with the happy-go-lucky feelings. But then in return, the Giants are looking at it the same way. They can say, okay, the Cowboys on a 3-game winning streak. The good old, what's his name on Mickey Spags. I love his analogy. When you're on a winning streak, sometimes you're closer to the L than there is that you're closer to another W. Basically, I'm paraphrasing his saying on that one, but I will say level of continuity and playing togetherness will always spread this thing out. But shout out to Mickey Spagnola. He's always giving those analogies there. But the Giants, when they look at this team, they're going to be looking at it like, okay, they beat us once. We ain't going to let them sweep us. And we should know what they're trying to do now more. because Andy Dalton caught us by surprise. That could be their angle. And on top of that, when we look at it, we can say this too. That Jason Garrett might say, hey, that's the new head coach over there. Coaching the team that I love, coaching the team that I played for, right? Let me draw up some better plays so I can be ready. So many things to go on. So many things. But I think that this team should be ready. I'm talking about the Cowboys now, to face against the Giants. And I think that regardless of the news, whoever got this COVID-19, hopefully they can be healthy enough, of course, to sit out or what have you. But using the tracking protocol thing that they got, hopefully it's not in a situation where they've been around other players and other players start getting these little crazy symptoms. That's all we can do is hope for. And then, of course, the Giants. I know they looking just like we are right now. They're saying, okay, who is it? So we can game plan against it, right? That's what they're doing. So, Cowboy Nation, we're going to have to figure this thing out. And also, we're going to have to see if when we get this thing going, and if so happen we get this W, we're going to have to be looking at the Eagles team talking about, hey, the Washington team still is your rivalry. You rival against them, so let's not fold up like a wallet now, right? Play through the echoes of the whistle. Don't try to go lose for draft picks. Do your thing, Eagles. Do your thing, and we'll be watching that. We'll be watching that. Hopefully, at the end of the day, like I said with my dog, Big Game James and Sky, is that I just want these guys to compete. That's all I want. I want these guys to compete. I'm talking about the Cowboys. Compete, try to fight, play hard, and continue to find ways to win games. That's all you got to do. Figure this thing out. And even with the person that got the COVID or whatever they said that that person got, I hope that they didn't do anything crazy, right? Wasn't out there socializing, being around a whole bunch of people during these holidays and these sorts of things. I hope that they was doing the right thing. Can't get careless around this time. The NFL, like Brian Broader says, it's a strange lady. Let's not make this lady so strange that we have an opportunity and we drop it, right? So many crazy things can go in the NFL. It's a game by game, any given Sunday type of vibe. So that's why I want us to get into the playoffs so badly. Because when you hot, you hot. And I hate to use the Giants as a reference point, but they were that hot team back in 2007 towards the latter part of the year. I recall both years, believe it or not, they wanted to fire their head coach. They wanted to say off with his head because of this, because of that. But they got hot towards the latter part of the year. Let's Cowboys get some of this magic. Not saying we're going to the Super Bowl, not saying none of that, but I'm just saying let us continue to be hot. And regardless of who we play, let that sink in. Let me know of your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel. Oh, post down below who you guys think, if the news are already hit, who got the COVID or which position group. At least we can break that down and see whether or not there could be a situation on how the Cowboys will draw this thing out. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. We out. Peace.